Hello everyone. So today we will be discussing about software development process or SDLC. So what is SDLC and STLC? SDLC, it is the process of building software from start to finish. It also covers planning, creating, testing, and maintaining a system. So SDLC or Software Development Lifecycle, mas nagpo-focus po siya sa pagbi-build ng software. So ito po yung mga nagme-maintain ng system natin and nagpa-plan, nagme-maintain or whatever it is. And the next one is STLC, Software Testing Life Cycle. So this one, ito naman po yung nagpo-process ng testing sa software natin na para ma-make sure na gumagana po ito ng properly and correctly. And nagpo-focus po ito sa pag-testing ng software. Our next one is what is STLC life cycle? So STLC life cycle is first requirement analysis. So yung mga tester po nito, ini-study po nila yung mga requirements and kailangan po nila maintindihan kung ano yung kailangan i-testing. Number 2 is test planning. So gumagawa po sila ng test plan and nagde-decide po sila ng mga tools, timeline, tas yung mga strategy po na gagamitin nila. And sa 3 naman po, test case development. So gumagawa po sila ng test cases and nagpe-prepare po ng data nito. Number 4 is test environment setup. Nagpe-prepare po sila ng hardware and software na available po for testing. Number 5 po is test execution. So ito naman po, dito po nila niraran na yung test. Nire-record po nila yung results. So kung palpak po ba ito or working. And number 6 po is test closure. So nagpe-prepare po sila ng test reports and kino-close po nila yung testing activities. And next slide will be what is RTM in testing. So first of all, ang RTM po is Requirement Traceability Matrix. So document po ito na ginagamit sa software testing na nagme-make sure na lahat ng requirement na merong test case. So chine-check po nito yung mga requirements kung na-test po ba ito ng maayos. Next slide is what are the stages of software development life cycle? First of all, so yung first stages natin dito is planning. So yung planning po, ito po yung aalamin po natin yung project goals natin, yung magagamit na oras, magagamit na pera or kung ano pa po, and resources po. Number 2 is requirement analysis. Ito po yung i-gather natin at hindi natin po natin yung mga gusto ng client natin. Kung anong klaseng design po yung gusto nila sa software. And number 3, system design. Ito po, gumagawa po tayo ng system. Create system architecture and design. So, ito po yung example lang po ito. No? So, kung paano po siya gagana and kung ano po yung magiging itsura niya. Development coding naman po, ito po yung mga programmers na gumagawa ng actual code for development. And 5 is testing. Ito po, chine-check po nila yung system kung umaayos po ng maayos and nag-fix po sila ng errors or bugs po. Deployment. Sa deployment naman po, ito po yung nire-release ng mga system sa users para makita po nila. And maintenance, ito po yung nag-fix tayo ng bugs and ini-improve po natin yung mga system after release po. So para po siyang update. And for our last slide is what are the different model diagrams used in SDLC? Number one, meron tayong waterfall model. So the waterfall model is a step-by-step process where each phase must be completed before moving to the next one. So waterfall model po para po siyang tawag, wait lang po ah. So, ang tawag, basta step by step process po siya. So, hindi ka po makaka-move on sa next one hangga't hindi mo po siya tapos. Number 2 is B model. The B model shows that every development phase is a corresponding testing phase, forming a B shape. So, sa B model po, dito po yung mga testing phase po and yung mga development or testing phase, nagpo-form po siya ng B shape. Number 3, Agile model. The Agile model develops software in small cycles called sprints, allowing changes and improvements after each cycle. Agile model po, ito po yung nagde-develop ng software sa may liit na cycle, yung tinatawag nga po nating sprints. So, nagbabago po sila time to time after each cycle. Number 4 is spiral model. The spiral model combines development and risk analysis in repeated cycles to reduce project risk. So, yung spiral model po, ito po yung as nakasulat na po dito, kinocombine niya po yung mga development and risk analysis. So, unless maayos na po yung project po, magre-repeat lang po yung cycle. Number 5 is iterative model. The iterative model builds the system in small parts and improves it repeatedly until the final product is complete. Parang same lang po siya sa number 4, pero dito po, nagbe-build po siya ng system simula sa pinakamaliit na parts. That's all po. Thank you.